Hey there, Taurus. I just had a brain freeze. Hey there, Taurus, and welcome to your July 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time or your return viewer or subscriber. I hope the message resonates for you. If you find that it isn't, okay, if you're watching this and you're like, this is not me at all, I would suggest you check out your moon sign, your rising, or your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. First card is going to represent your current energy right now, Taurus. And we have the Eight of Swords, okay? So the Eight of Swords represents that you are not seeing something, whether it's willfully or whether you're just missing the point of something. But the Eight of Swords represents being trapped, but not really trapped. It's like basically you're trapped because you're just refusing to see things for what they are, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify that. And we get the King of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, you may be dealing with someone who is a Sagittarius, Scorpio, or another fire sign, okay? But if not, this is a lack of energy. This represents a lack of confidence, okay? A lack of passion. It's like you just have no motivation right now. And so for some of you, maybe that's why you're feeling trapped, because you're just not motivated to do anything. You're not motivated to make anything happen, okay? And this could be within a relationship, or this can be for my singles. All right, your challenge, if you get the Six of Wands in the reverse, your challenge is to fight past these insecurities, to fight past whatever fear you're feeling, especially if you're feeling a fear regarding your relationship, okay? If you are single, then there's really a lot of self-care that you need to take, because for whatever reason, it's like you're trapped in your own mind almost, okay? You're trapping yourself. It's like it's summertime. Are you not going anywhere because you're not motivated, because you're insecure, you don't feel as confident as you should be, okay? We go ahead and clarify that, and we get the Page of Cups in reverse. So this may be a sensitive issue for you, whatever it is that's going on. Now, taking it down another road, if you were dealing with someone who was the King of Wands in reverse, okay, then you're being manipulated, or you feel trapped by somebody who is being very manipulative and being very selfish, okay? And with this Six of Wands here, it is fear of the relationship and fear of things where things may be going, okay? And with the Page of Cups also, of course, this is of course it's going to be a negative emotional time, because, you know, if you feel trapped and manipulated, then your challenge, of course, is to get past feeling this fear and these insecurities that this situation is bringing up for you. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on to your past energy. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse, so definitely something happened in the past that may have taken you a while to get over, okay? Some sort of betrayal, some sort of disappointment, all right? So let's go ahead and clarify that, and we get the Page of Wands in reverse, okay? With the Page of Wands, this could be a younger fire sign, so, you know, some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. But if not, with the Page of Wands in reverse, it was something, maybe you heard some bad news, or something, just some type of message, some type of negative message that you might have heard that kind of disappointed you or maybe even devastated you, okay? Moving on to the future energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it seems like you have something promising coming towards you in the future. If you're single, this looks like a relationship that has the potential to go the distance, okay? If you are already in a relationship, I feel like it's a new start. I think it's a new step and a new phase away from whatever is going on now that's got you feeling, you know, either low energy or whatever this manipulation that you guys have that's going on right now. Okay, clarify that, and we get the Empress in reverse. So you want to be careful, because what may seem like a solid foundation, if the person, you know, the person could be a Taurus or a Libra, but this could just be you, right? Still kind of trying to get yourself together because you're in the reverse here. But if not, the Empress in reverse can represent, you know, one-night stands, promiscuity. It's the opposite of the Empress. The Empress represents the wife and the mother and nurturing and all of that. So without that, in the reverse, the Empress represents a lack of nurturing. All right, so you want to be careful, because if you do have the potential to have a new start here, then you don't want to bring this non-committal type of energy into the situation. Now, if you're dealing with someone who you think has the potential, but they are not looking for anything that's a commitment, then you want to be careful of that also. All right, Taurus, moving on to what you want. And we get the Three of Pentacles. So you want some teamwork. You want some cooperation. You're ready to work with someone, okay? You're ready to be in a relationship if you're single. If you're in a relationship, you're ready to work things out. You're looking for some cooperation from your partner, okay? But then to clarify that, we got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So, maybe you're the one who's not really looking for a commitment. Maybe it's from this particular person, but you do want to work things out with them, but maybe you're just not ready to commit at this time. Okay? With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, that can indicate the ending of a relationship. So that's at cross purposes. So I really think it's just a commitment that you're not quite looking for right now. And that's why here, even though you do have the potential, and maybe it's these insecurities or whatever you're experiencing now that's causing you to, in the future still not really be looking for that kind of commitment. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's driving you internally. And we've got the King of Cups here. Okay. So, that is love and romance and, being emotionally balanced and feeling emotionally secure, okay? Now, the King of Cups, though, can also be someone who is a little bit shy, okay? The King of Cups may take his time approaching you because, he's sensitive. He doesn't want to get his feelings hurt, so he may like you from afar. So maybe that's some type of energy that you're having, okay? Which can tie into, being fearful of making a move, right? Because you're just afraid of rejection or, and this whole feeling of feeling trapped. So let's go ahead and clarify that. We get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So maybe you feel like you're going through a bout of bad luck right now, okay? You feel like things are not moving in your favor, or you just feel like things are not working out the way that you would like them to. So maybe that's what's causing you to be a little bit hesitant where romance comes into play. Okay, Taurus? So it's really, I feel like it's just about working on your self-esteem. I feel like everything here is just about you getting over whatever disappointed you in the past, okay? Now, if you're dealing with someone who's manipulating you and you're feeling trapped, then definitely, that's going to be a lot harder for you to deal with and a lot harder for you to work through, okay? But, it's sometimes they say that, the best way to get out of something is to get out of your mind, right? So if you feel like you're trapped, if you feel like you're stuck, those are mental states. Okay, and it's not necessary, like, unless someone has you actually chained and tied up somewhere, we're never really trapped, All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the advice for the reading. And we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. So this is about not being so combative, okay? So if it's a situation where you've had a lot of fights and conflicts, it's about finding another way, okay? If it's a situation where you feel like you don't want to compete anymore, if you feel like, especially if you're dealing with someone who is this King of Wands in reverse, they tend to be players. They tend to have a lot of people, all right? It may be a situation where you don't want to compete anymore. So remove yourself from the competition. All right. So if you're dating someone and you feel like this person has someone else or they have other people, you don't have to compete for anyone's attention or affection. So you can take yourself out of that equation. Okay. Because this Empress can also represent being the other woman. So for some of my Taurus, is it a situation where you're dealing with someone who maybe already has another situation and you're trying to either be the third party, because that's what the Three of Pentacles can reverse, which means that you don't want the commitment, right? Or are you dealing with someone who is doing this, but you still want to work it out somehow, okay? It's either or, because this, like I said, the Empress can represent the other woman, so the mistress. So for some of you, you know, you may be signing up to be the mistress, you know, and maybe you feel trapped because you want to be, for whatever reason, this person is manipulating you. Maybe you used to be the number one, and now you've realized that you've been kind of relegated to being just the mistress, or, you know, this other person that doesn't really get the commitment. I don't know where that word just got stuck. But at the same time, you still want this person. Okay? Moving on to the external factor for this reading, we get the 9 of Wands in reverse. So you may be dealing with someone who is paranoid. You may be dealing with someone who finds issues where there are none. You may be dealing with this manipulative King of Swords type personality. Okay? Go ahead and clarify that, and we get the 2 of Wands. All right? Someone who doesn't want to make a choice. Someone who, or if they do make a choice, it's the safe choice, right? So maybe they feel like you're a safe bet. Maybe you're like Old Faithful, okay? And they always fall back on you, or they always come back to you because they know that you'll accept them. So if that situation rings true for you, Taurus, you want to be careful, because it's apparent that, you know, you're feeling trapped, and maybe this person can sense your vulnerability or sense your insecurities, and they're playing up on that and trying to manipulate you into a situation that, you know, they're trying to make it seem like you should be okay with it, but maybe you're just not okay with it. And that's because that it's just what they want, okay? But they aren't wrapped too tight either. Not either. They're not wrapped too tight. So you don't really want to follow this person's influence, because when I see the 9 of Wands in reverse, I just see paranoia. Okay? And the fact that both of their wands, all of their wands seem to be in reverse. So whoever this is, this person isn't really functioning in the most positive manner, okay? They're in reverse. Their energy is all coming up in reverse, Taurus. So be careful, because sometimes, you know, we deal with people that we know, or sometimes we tend to go back to people that have hurt us in the past, and we think that, you know, let's give them another chance, but they're really not coming with anything more than what they had to give us in the first place, okay? So we really want to be careful that you're not signing up for something that's just going to put you right back in the middle of competition, or being part of, you know, a group, you know, versus a commitment. All right? Unless that is, you're okay with that. If you don't want a commitment, that's fine, but this person just doesn't seem like the most positive. This person doesn't seem like they have the best intentions. So that's the only reason why I'd be like, you know, if you can pass on this, go ahead and pass on it. If this is a relationship that you're already in now, if you're in a relationship with someone, if you guys may be having a time where there's a lot of arguments, okay? You guys may be disagreeing about a lot. There may be some things that you're refusing to see about your partner, and that's what this 8 of Swords is telling you. You're not seeing something about your partner, and this may be what you're not seeing, okay? The fact that they're lacking energy, the fact that they're lacking motivation and enthusiasm for this relationship, or the fact that, you know, they're just here because you're the safe choice. Okay, guys? So if this rings a bell, let me know. All right? Going ahead and moving on to your hopes and fears. We have the Queen of Swords, okay? So I'm going to pull the clarify just to see if that's a hope or a fear. And I think it's a fear. And it's justice in reverse. So I think that your fear is that you won't be treated fairly, of course, that you may wind up in the friend zone, or wind up single, dealing with this person, okay? Which is definitely a possibility, like I said, if they already have someone else that they're with, or if they're already seeing or dealing with multiple people. Okay, if you're in a relationship, then you may fear that this relationship isn't going to work out, and that you will wind up single. Okay, moving on to the outcome of the reading, and we've got the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot in reverse is energy where you kind of know Oh my God, I just broke out into a sweat. I don't know why. I just got so hot. But the Chariot in reverse can indicate that you're trying to rush something that you know probably shouldn't be rushed, or someone is trying to rush you into something. And it's probably because they have all this other stuff to hide. So they're trying to quickly get you on board before you realize the sham, the shit show that they have going on, okay? For others, it's just moving forward or trying to move something forward that really you don't need to be moving forward, okay? The Seven of Cups comes up in the reverse. So this is about seeing things clearly. So this is the opposite of the Eight of Swords, okay? This is about seeing past the illusions, all right? So maybe you're going to notice and see where this person isn't trustworthy or where this person is manipulating you, but they're going to be trying to force things because they're trying, like I said, they're trying to get you before you realize what's going on, okay? They're trying to get you while you're still in this trapped, not really seeing or not really accepting what's going on state. Okay, Taurus? So that has been that is your reading. I'm sorry. That is your reading. I know it went kind of fast, but I know sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes the cards just come out and it's like, it is what it is, especially when you're dealing with this, Only other thing that I can say, Taurus, is that maybe if you're single, right? I think this is all about your perception of yourself, okay? And your energy that you need to work on, because maybe you are the one who is a little bit paranoid or creates problems where there isn't any problem. Maybe this is what people see of you, okay? Because if you're single, then in this external factor, this could be what people on the outside see of you, all right? So be careful of thinking that you don't deserve to be more than a mistress or deserve to be more than, part of a third-party situation if you want more than that. All right. If you're okay with that, then that's fine. But if you want a relationship, if you want more than that, then don't engage in anything until you get yourself centered. Okay. Until you get yourself back on track. And then you can attract the type of energy and attract the type of people that you really need to be dealing with. All right. Sometimes when we're not operating at our best and we're vibrating at a lower level, we tend to attract more of that lower level energy, okay? And those are the types of people who will try to manipulate us and who will try to, have us in situations that we never would sign up for. No one ever really goes looking for those kinds of situations. You just wind up in them, and then it's like, oh, well, do I really like this person? Or this person will manipulate you into feeling like, oh, they really want to be with me, when really they're just trying to keep you around for their selfish interests. All right, Taurus, so after this, I'm going to go ahead and pull some more clarifiers for the extended reading. So if you would like to purchase the extended reading, contact me and I'll let you know how to do that. All right, guys? I hope you are enjoying your July, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye, Taurus.